The Local Show, sponsored by Victory in Motion, home of knee repair, not knee replacement, on News Radio 570 WSYR, on 106.9 FM, and live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. The Local Show features in-depth conversation with business owners, employees, and influential business leaders throughout Central New York, exploring their successes, challenges, and reasons for doing business right here in our growing community. The Local Show is produced locally by Zoe Advertising. Now your hosts, Tom and Steve.
Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. This is the 2025 spring edition of The Local Show. I'm your host, Tom Soccocio Jr., along with my friend and co-host, Steve Roberts. In every episode, we dive into captivating conversations with Syracuse's movers and shakers, like business owners, top executives, entrepreneurs, nonprofit organizations, and a bunch more. Brace yourself for jaw-dropping business insights and success stories. The Local Show shines the light on the business visionaries turning Syracuse into the ultimate hub for work, life, and new opportunities, and a lot of road work. We're broadcasting from the Zoe Advertising Studios, brought to you by Victory in Motion, home of knee repair, not knee replacement. And you can see us on YouTube. Just look up Zoe Advertising, and then you'll see Steve. And boy, won't that make your year.
I just don't know if they're the ultimate hub, Tom. I think that might be a
Syracuse.
I like Syracuse. I just don't think ultimate hub, Google it, or AI. I don't think Syracuse is coming up. I understand. I like it. I like the seasons. But the ultimate hub. It seems a little hype-ish, Tom.
Yeah, well, that's what they told me to do.
Okay.
Now, if I can see if I can get a check from the city, I'll be all set.
There we go.
Right now, it's Dan Schirtz. Dan, how are you, buddy?
I'm good, thank you.
Good. It's good to see you again. Tell us, where is the NYE Automotive Group? Where's the main hub for you guys?
Yeah, so we're located in Oneida, New York. It's about 30 minutes outside of Syracuse, give or take a little bit.
Yes.
Heading towards Albany. We have NYE Ford, Toyota, NYE Buick GMC. Mm-hmm. We have Volkswagen, Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, and Chevrolet.
Wow, that's a lot of brands under one roof.
Well, a couple roofs, but one location. I mean, it's a big operation, so we do a good job out there.
Yeah.
Do you guys survive the whole tariff thing? There isn't. It's up, it's down, it's right, it's left. What did that do?
It's nothing at this current moment. The only situation we have is with our Volkswagen store right now, because a lot of that's actually brought in. So that's the only hiccup with the tariffs right now. But besides that, it's been business as usual.
What cars, and I don't know if you know this, but what is the most popular car that goes out of the United States into Europe?
That goes. That's a good question. I really don't know.
I see a lot of Fords over there, like England and stuff,
with different model trim levels.
With different.
It's
trim
interesting.
levels.
I've seen that as well traveling abroad.
Right.
It blows my mind away when I see like a Ford Ranger that's like decked out, but it's got a different name, and I'm like, why is that not in America?
Exactly.
Either of you guys been to Mexico, the country?
No,
I have not.
So I was in. This is 25 years ago, Mexico City, and then you go southern into Mexico. Every car was an old Volkswagen Bug. It was the creepiest thing. They were all every car. Seriously, 8 out of 10 cars were old Volkswagen. So we would just screw them together.
Yeah,
and
crazy.
But you look, you go, what's the deal? But they were all the old things. This is this is 25 years ago. But it's amazing.
So you have all of those brands under a couple of roofs out there off of Route 5, which is not a long drive. I used to work at the radio station over there, which was just down the road from NYE. And, and I lived in Cicero. It took me not too long to get over there.
Sure.
So that's easy enough. Where else do you have a dealership?
Well, we in Rome is our Volkswagen store.
Oh, okay. And Rome's not that far away.
But there's not that many Volkswagen locations, really. So I think you have 3 within a reach of Syracuse that you really would travel to. Mm-hmm. And we are absolutely one of those 3, and we do a fantastic job. We are number 2 in our district as far as the pump in, pump out. So we sell a lot to Syracuse. We sell a lot to Rome, to Utica. We do a fantastic job with our CSI, customer satisfaction.
Right.
So I think it's worth the drive.
What's the Volkswagen, the SUV? The
Tiguan.
The Atlas and the Tiguan.
Yeah. Years ago, I was looking online at those. They seemed like a real quality vehicle. I didn't get one, but I went, oh, that's kind of nice.
Yes, absolutely. It's kind of like the Mercedes-Benz of the modern vehicles, I guess, for us, for the affordable vehicles for us.
What's the big sister of the Volkswagen brand?
Audi.
Audi, okay, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, what makes you a little different? Because I've heard your commercials.
How could you miss him, Tom?
Yeah.
The guy's voice. This guy, you hear him all the time.
More so than his voice is what you say. You really sound sincere.
Sure.
About what you're saying.
Honestly, come see why it's got to be NYE was something I came up with about 7-8 years ago, maybe 9 years ago now. It's been a long time. But quite frankly, we are more of a country dealership where you come out, you don't get abused or harassed. You're not. It's funny because people get upset when you don't get attacked on the lot now from a salesperson, and I'm like,
they get upset. Why would they get upset?
It's so funny.
Well, there's a culture. Anytime I went to buy a car, it was like I'd rather get a root canal.
Yeah.
And you described it. You go out and you're waiting for the guy to jump on you and, how can we get you in the car today and all this kind of stuff. That culture is totally different.
We don't do that. I mean, we really
awesome.
don't. So if they browse our lot, they look at cars, they like them, they come on in, we talk. We're not going to jump on you and say, hey, come on, follow me, let's do this, let's do that. We're not doing that. We're really laid back. It's a good environment.
Are your salespeople brand agnostic?
Absolutely. Throughout the whole group.
That's awesome.
Yeah. In other words, if you come out thinking to yourself, I want to buy a Ford, but then somebody might say, one of your salespeople might say, you really ought to look at the Tiguan. This might be a better 100%. Option.
They can cross-sell throughout the whole company.
Okay, good.
It doesn't affect them at all as far as how they get compensated. We're a big team. So quite frankly, if you bring up some wants and needs that maybe the Ford doesn't do for you, but my sales associate says, we have this in a GM or we have this in a Toyota. Let's go look. It's all right there. You could literally bring the vehicle next door, compare it side by side.
That's
without
beautiful.
the aggression and the harassment of a salesperson, and then you can decide.
Are people looking for a car, or are they looking for a dealer? I mean, like when they go on a quest.
Yeah.
Years ago, it felt like people were dealer loyal. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're in the industry. Now it feels like people are looking for a car and they don't want to have a bad experience.
Yeah,
I don't know.
You can shop online now for everything you want for the car. You can look at details, specifics, but the big thing to me is find a dealer that you're going to be comfortable with and treat you right. I mean, that's really what it's about.
Yeah, and your reviews are great. How'd that happen?
Take care of the customers. I mean,
seriously. 4
9s, 4 8s, 4 9s, 4 7s. I mean, we're up there. You can't make everybody happy. It's the world that we live in today, and I get it. But it's how you handle the customer after that unhappiness. And a lot of times we turn 50 to 80% of the customers, we turn them around.
Yeah.
So if they had a bad experience.
Yeah. Looking at the reviews online. Dan, thanks for joining us. NYE Auto Group, NYEauto.com.
You got it.
Is where it's at. So thanks for joining us today.
No problem. Thank you, guys.